to the Celtic Cast On podcast. My name is Kelly and I'm coming to you from the beautiful east coast of Canada, where we are getting in an extended summer. It's been 22, 23 for the past couple of weeks, which is pretty awesome for fall. Usually it's a little bit chillier than it is now, but we are soaking up the sun as much as we can, because we know the snow will be coming pretty soon. I do have a co-host with me today, and I pre-recorded a little intro to let you know all about her, so I'm just going to add this in here. We have a new addition to the family since I podcast last, and I kind of wanted to give you a little introduction and tell you a little bit about her. So this is Izzy. She's very sleepy right now. She's a King Shepherd, and we got her through a program called Elder Dog. Elder Dog is a program that normally would find elderly people a dog that was also elderly that they could take care of. The idea is kind of that they would have a companion and won't need to worry about trying to handle a younger dog or a puppy, because these guys are pretty low-key and slowed down. So it was in the evening, it was about 8 o'clock, I received this message that my husband forwarded to me, and it was posted, I think, on Facebook or somewhere, of this gorgeous shepherd that was in need of a home. Izzy's 9 years old, and her family was moving. Her parents were going to a assisted living complex, and they were going to be near their kids, which was in another province, so they couldn't take Izzy with them. So they were looking to find her a home, and they needed to find it fast because they were leaving within a few days. So 8 o'clock at night, I got this saw the picture and the write-up about her, and we've been kind of looking for a dog, keeping our eye out, but I didn't know if I was truly ready for another dog yet or not. So when I read the bio and that she was great with kids, that she was an older dog, so that she loved going for walks, but she would also love just hang out in the house with you. She loves to hang out in the yard. Anywhere you are, she just wants to be. And I thought, well, we both thought that she sounded like the perfect fit. So 8 o'clock at night, we got the message, and my husband said, I'm gonna apply for her, because you have to fill out a big long application, etc. And I'm the type that I don't want to get my hopes up about anything, because once I have my mind set on something, that's it. So I didn't want to get my hopes up, because she was a gorgeous dog and I was sure that she would already be gone. So he prints out this big file, and he starts filling it all in and sends it away. That night, at about 11 o'clock, we're lying in bed, and we get a reply back from them and saying, we got your application. Because we have experience with large breeds before, and so does my dad, like we've always had shepherds in our family, we were kind of high on the list of people to get her. So they said, hypothetically speaking, how quickly could you take her? And well, we have no dog, no anything going on really to speak of, so we were like, we can take her anytime. So between that time of that evening at 8 o'clock until the next afternoon, we had to do a video interview. Normally they would come to your house just to check it out and make sure that it was okay for the dog to go and live there. But since we lived in a different city, they did a video, and so we were able to show them all around the house and the backyard and it fenced in and etc., etc. And she said everything looks great, and basically we'll give you a call in an hour or so and let you know if this is a go. So within like 16 hours, we went from having no dog to picking Izzy up and bringing her home. So we were very excited. We haven't had a King Shepherd before. We've had other shepherds. So she's a big girl. I love it because I love shepherds and their big furry necks and being able to snuggle them. She's not the snuggliest dog ever. Like, she's not like Boston. He would come up and put his head on your lap and need to be pet. She's not like that. She just wants to be wherever you are. And in the morning, she likes her belly rub when we come down the stairs. But so far, she's doing great. She loves the kids. She loves just to hang out in the yard with us, especially when Moose is working. We're doing some renos right now, so she just loves to hang out in the front yard and watch. She doesn't go anywhere, and she's just a great girl. So we're very fortunate to have her in our family, but I wanted to introduce you because I'm sure you'll be seeing tons more pictures of her to come. Hey, Izzy girl. Two FOs to show you this week. One I am wearing. This is the test knit that I did for Justina Lorkowska. This is called Esti, and it is made out of 100% linen. It's the Katia linen, and you can see, show the little detail on the shoulder. So it's a loose fitting tee. Now, I didn't want mine to be quite to have quite so much positive ease as is called for in the pattern because I'm pretty small, especially in the chest area, and I didn't want it to look like a potato sack on me, which can happen very easily. So it's slimmed down just a little bit just to suit me a little bit better, but I think it turned out beautifully. It's got a little bit of a dip in the hem, and then the rest is just pretty plain except for the detail on the shoulders. So I don't know that I'm that comfortable knitting with linen yet. I've used it a few times. It's an odd kind of a fiber to get used to, especially gauge-wise. Usually, if I'm working with wool or worsted weight wool, I know what my gauge is going to be every time. It just never changes. But with linen, it's just a little bit unpredictable for me right now. So I do love the yarn that I used. It's definitely not as crunchy as other linens that I have used, but I don't think it's softened up as much as it's going to yet, and that's just because I haven't worn it a lot yet. But it's super cute. So I'm still able to wear it in this weather, so hopefully I'll get a few more days out of it before fall hits. So that's my first FO. My second FO are the socks that I was telling you about in the last podcast. I had just started these. These are the Ferenz socks, and they're by Rachel Coopy. And I was test driving Bijou Basin's Tibetan Dream yarn. Now this yarn is 85% yak down and 15% nylon. And I was saying in the last podcast I was expecting it to be a little bit furry or have a halo, but it's a very silky yarn. This is my leftover, so I have tons left over that I can do some more socks with, maybe some color work. But here are my finished socks. The second sock on these, I'm just gonna say, did try to break me. It's gonna get a bit closer. You can see these are all twisted stitches. Which is fine. I love the look of twisted stitches, so I didn't mind knitting them that much. The only issue is that there were no real rest rows. Every row had a different line of twisted stitches in it, so there was no getting used to the pattern or memorizing it at all. I just had to read the chart every row. So it was a bit tiresome when I got to the second sock, but I'm so glad that I finished them, and they are gorgeous. I did say that this is a super smooth yarn. The yak content, it's really incredible. I can't wait to see how these wear. I want to see if it's as hardy as other fibers are, but it does have the nylon content in it, so it should be good. I shouldn't have any holes in it to begin with anyway. So those are my friend's socks, and like I said, Rachel Coopy, and thank you to Bijou Basin for sending me this gorgeous yarn to try out. I'm sure you're going to see more of my leftovers in other projects soon to come, so stay tuned for that. I just wanted to fill you in and let you know before I start winding up this gorgeous yarn that I am now a yarn ambassador for the Fiber Company, which is a yarn company based in the UK. They have beautiful yarns. The great thing about this company that I really love is that they really take care and attention to where their yarns come from, what's put into their yarns. Every step of the way there is such thought put into getting the yarn to you and how it's made and how it's packaged even and how it's sent to you. So I'm really excited to be part of Team Neutrals. You're going to be seeing a lot of yarn ambassadors popping up on social media very shortly, and we're going to be split into two groups, Team Neutrals and Team Brights. I am in Team Neutrals, and it's kind of cool because I could go either way. I could go Brights or I could go Neutrals. So I just said kind of send me what
whatever you want. So they sent me neutrals. I'm super excited. Let me show you what they sent me. This is Erin Moore. Now, these are yarns that they do already have, but it's new colors that are coming out. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm getting over the plague. So this is Donegal Heritage, a tweedy blend of fine merino wool, cashmere, and silk. So it is 80 wool, 10 silk, and 10 cashmere, and there is 175 yards in each skein. And this is tweed, like this is proper tweed. I know there are some yarns out there that say they're tweed, but you can kind of pick the flex out as you're knitting with it. This is proper Irish Donegal tweed. And it does say it's spun in County Donegal, so take a look at that loveliness. You gonna focus? Not gonna focus. So the shade name is, I'm gonna butcher this, Liadan, L-I-A-D-A-N. So I have 2 skeins of this that I get to play with. Oh, it's dangerous. I almost don't want to use it. It's so gorgeous. I just kind of want to look at it for a while. But I don't have long to use it, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do and get this knit up. But I wanted to show you it in skein form before I started using it. The second one that they sent me is called Cumbria Into the Hills, and this is the fingering weight. This is a blend of brown Masham wool, merino, and mohair. And so there's 328 yards in this, and it's 90% wool and 10% mohair. This is deliciously squishy and has a very slight halo. I don't know if you can kind of see it there. But this is going to make a delicious project as well. So I'm excited to get these on the needles because I don't have long before I'm going to show you the finished knits. Oh, this is actually called White Heather as well. And you'll see a video shortly of the shade cards. But so that's the exciting news. I'm yarn ambassador for the fiber company, and I can't wait to try these out. Saw the pictures of the vest that I knit for Wee Smiler in the Fiber Company's Erin Moore. This is the tag, just as a reminder. So I did have 2 skeins of this, and I used about 1 1/3. I still have quite a bit left. So this is the vest. I wanted to show you what it looks like. And I do hope to be writing up the pattern for this. So I might be looking for testers shortly, depending on how quickly I can get it done up. But it's just plain on the back. And then the cables run on the front and then go kind of up into the neck area as well. I am really, really happy with this yarn. I was saying that I love a Donegal tweed. This takes Donegal tweed to a whole new level because there's cashmere and there's silk in it, and it makes it so incredibly soft. So it doesn't feel like that hardy wool that you expect with Donegal tweed because of the bit of the cashmere and the silk in it. It makes it a little bit more luxurious. And it wears really well, as you would have seen in the pictures. So that's the little vest. That's the first knit that I've done with the yarn. I still have some Erin Moore left, so I don't know if I can eke out another little project with it or not. And I do have a swatch going with the Cumbria that I'm knitting with, so I will be showing you guys that shortly. So I also wanted to show you guys, I went to a quilt show last week, I believe it was. I was telling you before that the lady that lives across the street from my parents is a quilter. Now, she has a whole basement that she quilts in, and I figured she had a long arm because she was quilting into the night, and she had a whole basement, so I figured her long arm was down there. But it turns out that she's actually a hand quilter. She hand quilts everything,
And so she told Mom and Dad about this quilt show, and of course Mom and Dad said, do you want to go? And I said, of course. So we went, and I took some video footage for you, so I'm going to insert it in here. There was a great mix of hand quilted and machine quilted. The hand quilted ones you will see, because you'll hear me talking about, like, this is hand quilted, but like massive king size quilts that are completely hand quilted. That's amazing to me. I don't think I'm going to be a hand quilter. I'm pretty sure that I'll just stick with the machine, but it was amazing to get to see all of the different quilts hanging and the time and effort. And in the video, I've put in some of the little cards. If you don't have enough time to read it all, pause it and read it, because it's something significant about the quilt that I took either a picture or a video of. So I hope you enjoy it, and you'll see at the very end my very favorite quilt that I was unfortunately unable to take home. I wanted to buy it, but it wasn't for sale, so we just had to look at it and enjoy it. I don't hand quilt.
As you get back, check out the tables, because there's some lovely things for sale. Yes. At the back? Yeah, you know the tables. Yeah. I'm heading down there too.
I didn't say it that nicely either.
Yeah, next one, yeah. I thought
You don't like it getting early?
no, I don't like to drive.
No.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You joined that, but how long ago? A year. Oh, you're newer than us. Oh, we're like pros.
Oh, yeah.
Here he is.
One roll with that. Got away with that, no, when it was only coming in here. It was something.
This is hand quilted. The whole thing is hand quilted.
I'll do it.
I have one whip to show you this week, and this is all that I've basically been working on other than my Yarn Ambassador yarn. So let me just show you the pattern. This is the sweater that I just started. Now I'm going to butcher the name here. Skogafjall. This is a Diana Walla pattern, and you can see the little trees around the yoke. I fell in love with this pattern the first time that I saw it. Now I am doing it in the exact same colors as the pattern. It was just totally perfect, and it just reminded me of the camp. So I knew that I had to do it in these colors. There are, if you look on Ravelry, quite a few different color combos that they have done with it, which are really cute too, but I just love this green. So this is what I'm going with. And so far I have started. Hello, come say hello. Will you come and say hello? Can you say hi? Hey, can you say hi? Oh, you're a gorgeous girl. Mm-hmm. So this is what I've got so far. I've had the first sleeve knit. This is going to be my pool knitting, I think. T started lessons, synchro lessons. And so I have an hour where I have no wee smiler with me, so getting some good knitting done on this. So I've got the first sleeve done, and I'm ready to start the next one today as well. So this is gonna fly by, and I love that it's on 5mm needles, and it's Aran weight yarn. This is the Letty Lopi. And it's made by Lopi, the Icelandic yarn. I'm sure you've all heard of it. So this is the color shade 1407. And this is such an affordable yarn. I think it's $8 a skein here. I think that's what it was. It was not expensive. I think it only cost $40 or $50 for the entire sweater. So yeah, I'm hoping, this is my first Lopi that I've ever knit, and it doesn't seem to be too itchy right now. I think the only issue might be around my neck, but usually I do get used to that. I know with my Mazzy cardigan, that oval that I used, I found it really itchy when I first started to wear it, but I think you just need to get accustomed to it, and then it's kind of easier on your skin after that. So I'm super excited to get this one done, and it's my only knit right now, so it's gonna get some love. We recently were able to visit another one of the cover bridges on our list. This will be bridge number 3 in the quest. We didn't actually expect to go to this bridge. We ended up there for a wedding, and the wedding was actually in the covered bridge, which was very cool. What made it even cooler was that it was a Scottish themed wedding. All the guys wore kilts, and they were piped in and out of the bridge. The groom and the bride both play the bagpipes as well, and when they were being introduced as Mr. and Mrs. into the hall afterwards, they both played their bagpipes in, and I didn't catch that part on video, but I did catch the piping out from the bridge, so you can kind of get to see it. So this is bridge number 3, and on our quest, and it was kind of a neat thing that we'll always remember when we go back. So that's all that I've got for you this week. If you are looking for me on social media, I'm Celtic Cast On Ravelry and Instagram. I did also add a few photos at the end here. Sarah had knit a sweater for my little guy before he was born, and it now fits him. So I had to take him out and do a little photo shoot with it, and it turned out super cute. I love it on him. So check those out at the end, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.